Week 10 of the Prep Sports Report. We wrap it up tonight looking at gymnastics regionals, boys basketball sectionals, getting ready for the gymnastics state finals.
Yep, Chesterton versus Valparaiso, but don't just keep it with those two teams because there are other teams in the state that could take the title.
Valpo looking for another state title win. They got a little closer to Chesterton.
Boy, they really did. I was kind of shocked the way that Chesterton handled them in the sectional. Valpo made some improvements, and this state meet, I'm telling you, this is going to be outstanding.
It's going to be a great meet. All that and a lot more coming up next on the Prep Sports Report.
From safer communities to admirable performances, we power Northern Indiana, so you can do what moves you.
All right, Prep Sports Report. Let's check out some boys basketball, some sectional championship action from last weekend. We talked about Michigan City Marquette, one of those teams peaking at the right time. But Hebron gave them an excellent game on their home floor Saturday night for the sectional championship. Let's check it out, shall we? There's Marquette driving to the goal.
And then one of the best names in basketball, Joe Andershock with the basket.
Rebound hoop for the Hawks.
That's Jake Friel that got the rebound. And here's a kid that when he's healthy, he's one of the best there is. Colin Kenny. Kenny, go to the hoop, won't you? Drives the baseline, gets the
I
basket.
think just a junior, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
He's just a junior.
Outstanding point guard. Oh, the drop step.
Nice drop step. That's right.
Yeah,
Use
a little
the
bit
backboard.
There you go. Exactly. Here's Buddy Jaffe from Marquette countering that with a nice two-pointer.
And he's had a good year for Marquette, too. He's give them another option.
Rusky has had an outstanding
nice
career for
pass
the Hawks.
inside.
We just mentioned Colin Kenny. He's coming in your living room right now.
Wow.
Nice scoop shot. Had little George Gervin involved in that one. Little finger roll. Finger roll.
He's old school.
There you go.
Downtown, right there. That was number 32.
Josh Clemens.
Okay, Colin Kenny once again.
Wow, the left hand.
Yeah, there you go. You said old school, yeah, for both hands. I like it. Way to go, Colin.
Off the baseline, Ryan there for two. Logan Ryan.
And Ethan Druk, number 30, with a three-pointer. Nothing but net. And as it turns out, Joe.
Marquette Catholic with a narrow victory in a game I think we all thought would be a bigger win for Marquette, but Hebron played an outstanding ball game.
Yeah, Hebron really has come on at the end of the season. Very, very well coached, and but Marquette, they got the victory here.
It was a checkmark weekend, if you think about it. It was a Saturday checkmark weekend with so many surprises.
Yes, it was. I just didn't take any of them. All right, let's go on and check out the Hammond Championship game on Saturday night.
Okay, Reggie Abrams will be on the receiving end of a nice pass. It'll come eventually. Oh, no, okay, you already got the pass. A nice running hook shot by Reggie to get 2 points for Hammond.
And see, they do have different uniforms than the ones we've seen already.
You look awfully disappointed by that.
No, you gotta have two sets of uniforms.
Yeah, but you were gushing on those gray ones.
Well, I'll tell you, Mario
Tell
Young
me.
has played very well for Hammond this year.
You know, we talked about Calumet hadn't won a sectional in a long time. I don't know, when was the last time Hammond did?
Good question.
It's been a long time, right?
Yes,
been
it
a while,
has.
yeah.
Yes, it has.
Oh, get that out of here.
Yeah.
Deontay Mitchell with the block shot that time.
Yeah, for the side.
There you go. There was Abram again, number 25 with the basket. Had himself a nice day at the office.
Well, Wayne didn't get many right either. He had all those Gary schools winning the sectionals, right?
Yeah. Including one that really broke my heart, but we'll talk about that later.
Emmanuel Calhoun off the glass, scoring nice rebound hoop by Jimmy Washington.
And how about a little offensive rebound here? Hit the glass if you Hammond. Now, mind you, Hammond's not that big a team.
No.
But they get the basket here. Number 3 gets the bucket for Hammond.
Amari Young for 2.
Gotcha. Keontae Lee, long three-pointer, bullseye. Westside trying to hang in there against a very good Hammond team.
Nice bounce pass.
Nice bounce.
Layup.
Yep. Got the foul.
And remember Keontae Mitchell who blocked that shot? Let's see what he does on the offensive side. Post up, goes to the basket, splits a couple of defenders, gets the bucket, but
It was all Hammond.
All
go.
Hammond.
when's the
Little
last time we
surprise.
said that in March?
A long time ago.
Yep.
But an impressive win. They take on Culver Academies in this week's regional. Let's go out to Chesterton. It was Valpo and Maryville on Saturday night. The Vikings and Pirates getting it going. A rematch from a controversial game earlier this year. And I believe somebody on this program might have been talking about Roosevelt. But she said something about making the free throws.
You got
It
to hit.
came up huge in this game.
Yeah. Kids don't realize it. Dash Shaw, who's only a sophomore for Westside, I talked to her after her sectional championship game, and she's a sophomore and says, you got to hit your free throws.
Yeah.
So if she knows that, juniors and seniors, get it together.
Let's go to the highlights. Maryville had the lead in the fourth quarter, but they missed some front ends of 1-and-1s. And that allowed Valpo to get the lead and win this game.
Okay, Colin Walls with 2 points for Valpo, going right to the basket, right over a bigger player. Gets knocked down, no foul, still gets the 2-pointer.
This is Brandon Newman right here, and boy, he is just a player. I guess what I heard
Yeah.
was that Archie Miller
He
was
had a
there
visitor
watching
Friday
it.
night. He sure
Wow. Okay.
IU coach.
did. Got that big recruiting budget. You can be in Fort Wayne at 5 o'clock and then be at Chesterton at 8 o'clock for the
That's
second
right.
game.
That's
Beautiful
right.
drive there by Jalen Holmes.
You want another Brandon Newman basket? Here it comes
Right
right
is.
at you to the bucket. Again, going up against the bigger
Oh,
Maryville team and got
Where's
the
the
basket.
help? Where's the help?
And he's only a junior.
Yeah,
He's
Marcus
only going to
Golston
get
with a
better
nice
in the
up
weight
fake.
room.
Oh, beautiful move.
Yeah, he wasn't the only Golston that had a big weekend.
No, he wasn't.
No, not quite.
Beautiful move.
Yep. Okay, let's see what Maryville can do after the Golston basket. Rashard Balcom, 2 points.
Beautiful drive on the baseline.
Hey, how about Rashard Balcom the second time around?
Ooh,
Nice
spin
finish.
around.
Hello.
Ooh,
All
hey.
right, nice.
Now, he was out for a while, which was one of the reasons Maryville's play dipped a little bit.
Colin Walls with a 3-pointer that time, gentlemen.
You got to cover the shooter.
Always
Here's
helps.
the steal. Will Fulton for 2.
And ladies and gentlemen, yet another highlight of Brandon Newman. This time from way out. I mean, when you can hit from out there and drive to the basket and score buckets, you are very valuable to your team.
Beautiful
Nice steal here.
there by Golston. We didn't
Didn't
see any
dunk.
Johnny Bernard. He had a huge game, I think, Friday night.
And that was the difference. That was the difference. He had a huge, great game Friday night, but Valpo shut him down, and we didn't name him once on these highlights. So that was the difference for Valparaiso.
But Maryville still had the fourth quarter lead.
Yes,
And did not knock down some free throws, which
Right.
would have increased their lead.
that's right.
And that was tough.
We always talk about the officiating, but when you have a chance to get 3 points and you don't hit those shots, you have no complaints.
Right.
Yeah.
Elkhart Memorial and Valpo on Saturday in the Michigan City Regional. All right, we move to some girls gymnastics. Valpo and Chesterton, the rivalry. It's right there with Auburn, Alabama. IU Purdue. It's Chesterton, Valpo. And it
Might
heated
be-
up. It heated up a little.
It sure did.
Saturday.
It sure did.
Roll Trojans? I mean, okay.
It's big.
Yeah,
All right,
huge.
let's check out some of the action from the girls gymnastics regional.
This is Rachel Manetta from Valparaiso, and she's one of their seniors. She placed third in the all-around, and she's done a great job. And Elizabeth Wilson here for Valparaiso, 9-6 on the floor, nice tumbling pass. And here she gets up here, and she gets a round off, back handspring, and then a layout there, right there. Really nice.
Valpo comfortable with being in their own gym might have helped them really make a run at Chesterton.
Sophia Hunselman finished second in the all-around. And here's a nice dismount. Look at that, very little movement.
Only a sophomore.
Yeah,
Mineta, boy, she gets on that. She's doing their giants, and nice release. Sticks it. And here's Hunselman again.
Out of the
Ooh,
Valparaiso Big Three.
this one is
Chesterton.
excellent.
Oh, Chesterton, I'm sorry. Nobody transferred, guys. Don't be alarmed.
Jenna Algazine with the beam, 9.5. Nice dismount.
Here's
So-
Huntsman's pass. Round off back handsprings, layout.
This
This
might have
is-
been good for Chesterton, Wayne. You know, not everything went right Saturday for them.
Right.
But they were still able to weather the storm. Obviously, the pressure only increases Saturday.
McKinnon there just did an excellent job. She finished first in this all-around tournament. And then Algazine had a nice bar here with a 9.5.
And to show you how good this rivalry is, gentlemen, Valpo was leading heading into the
Yeah,
final phase
right,
yes,
of this
right.
before Chesterton came from behind late to win this thing. So continue it on in the state finals on Saturday.
Whitney McKeon with the floor exercise. Great tumbling. Valpo, of course, state champion last year. So the region's dominance of girls gymnastics looking to continue again Saturday.
And I want to say this young lady also won the floor exercise last year, Rachel. So she's got state championship experience. That's going to help her come next week.
This is Jordan Bush, probably Chesterton's best participant here, gymnast, and this is a really nice bar routine. Look at that. That is outstanding.
But look at that point spread
Yep.
between 1 and 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was close.
5/100ths of a point then?
And it will be close this week down at state. Valpo won the state last year. Chesterton's on a roll. Got the sectional and regional. You know that this is the first time in 10 years that Chesterton's won the regional? So, wow, it is
Well,
unbelievable.
it's at the home of the green and white usually.
Yes, it is. It's always there.
It's not the easiest place to go in there and win.
No. McKeon had a 37.95. Hunselman was second with a 37.85. And Mineta, and there's that Chesterton-Valpo situation with a 37.65. Bush and Pack come up with a 4th and 5th place.
Well, Whitney McKeon really had a tremendous meet. She'll have to do that again for Valpo. And we'll see how Jordan Bush responds. I'm sure she was not thrilled totally with her performance. She's usually up near the top of the all-around.
Yeah, not near the top, at the
At the
top.
top.
At the top. That's right. That's right.
All right, T-Dub was out earlier this week to get the recap from Valpo.
The battle between Valparaiso and Chesterton continues this weekend as we get to the state championships. And this lovely young lady standing to my right is Laurie Cook, the head coach of the Valparaiso Vikings. And you came awfully close to knocking them off in the regionals last week.
Right. We were 0.05 of a point away, went down to the last routine.
Which makes me wonder, is your attitude, we're getting closer, or darn it, we missed it again?
Well, it's a little bit of both, but we've got another chance, so let's try to do it this week.
How has practice been for you?
Practice has been great. The kids are working hard as usual. Some of our athletes who are alternates are learning new skills, which is always great for next year and for the excitement in the gym as well.
Let's talk about some of the girls, and one that we'll talk about coming up in a few minutes, Rachel Mineta, senior, won state last year. How cool is that to win an individual state and a team state championship, I would imagine?
Well, it's amazing. It's always great for the athletes themselves to win individual awards as well. We're so focused on the team, the individual accolades always get lost. We don't talk about goals as far as that's concerned at all. And so we focus on the team, we figure out how the team did, and honestly, we're generally surprised happily when some of our athletes are able to medal individually as well.
Let's go back a year ago. You win the state championship.
Yeah.
What kind of a feeling was that for you?
Probably one of the best feelings of my life, honestly. We worked so hard for that, and it just feels so rewarding knowing that all your hard work pays off.
What did you learn from last year that's helping you this year?
No matter how many times you don't win, you can't give up. If you keep working, you can still do it.
Let's talk about this year. Everybody back from last season. You guys going into the state championship, how confident are you?
We're super confident. We've been in the gym every day, working super hard, perfecting skills, old skills, learning new skills still. So we're confident, and we are going in knowing that we can do it.
Last year, you're a state champion. What do you have to do to repeat? Do you have to step your game up a little more than last year? How do you have to work that?
Yes, I've added some new skills to my floor routine, and basically consistency. Keep doing what you do, your skills, repeat them, and don't give up.
What does she offer this team besides talent?
Well, Rachel is an extremely hard worker. She is a go-getter. She won our DDD award her freshman and sophomore years, which stands for Drive, Determination, and Dedication, and that pretty much says it all. You come into the gym, and Rachel is constantly doing things. We have the girls at this point doing routines, and then we give them time to do extra parts. And we generally have to cut her off, like, that's enough. You've done enough, it looks good, let's go on to the next event. She's also been able to step up more as a vocal leader this year, which is always important to help keep the girls motivated, on task, and on point to what we're trying to do as a team. Needless to say, her talent is awesome. She was the state champ on floor last year. She has a very difficult floor routine, and she does it really well. She placed 5th all-around last year as well, which, you know, generally kind of gets forgotten. She was 3rd all-around at the regional, and, you know, she's a very talented girl in every event, stays calm in meets, and that's also very helpful to her teammates.
I pick up the paper on Sunday, and it says Valparaiso repeats as state champion. How are you going to feel with winning 2 in a row?
That would be amazing. We worked super hard, so knowing that all of that paid off, it would feel amazing.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, great
Hey,
stuff.
I'll tell you, you know, we've given props to Chesterton, Valpo. They're probably the 2 leading teams in the state, but also Portage finished 3rd in the regional.
Yeah,
and Joanna Vaughn of Portage qualified on the floor, but Michelle Drake of Portage qualified on the beam and the floor. And I want to give special props to her because she was my wife's library aide.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Nice job, Michelle.
There you go.
Is it Michaela or Michella?
That's a good question.
I might be Michaela. Anyway, their whole team's going, right?
Yeah.
So 3rd place.
Right.
Definitely.
So,
Tremendous job.
yeah, if it is Michaela, I'm going to get.
Yeah, you're
Here,
going to
let
get
me
right
go.
at. I'm trying to save you here. Might be Michaela. There you
Thank
go.
you.
All right. All right. Thursday night means it's another edition of Throwback Thursday. All right, it's boys basketball. Let's go back to 2006. The Morton Governors against the Hobart Brickies. A long game, a long night. Morton and Hobart battle on a love Tuesday night hoops. Off the glass there for 2. The 32 Andre London, you saw him from Morton. Here's a nice move from Robert Dutton to seal the win. Now here's the jumper from Robert Dutton to seal the victory. Morton won the game, was pumping the chest, and moved their record to 8-2 after this win over Hobart.
Is that Mike Weisnora officiating
Sure
the
was.
game? There you go. We miss him this year.
Yeah, he retired, didn't he? Yeah.
In Florida, he's living.
All right, time for our final Little 5 top 10 of the season. Let's check out this week's polls. Covenant Christian got it done.
Hey,
guys,
they
huh?
certainly did. And, you know, Hebron finished 5th there. Washington Township had a great season. And Westville really put it on in the end. Had a good ending for them. They didn't win, but Marquette Catholic, you know, the injuries kind of came back and helped them a lot. And then Covenant Christian.
Yeah, their record's misleading.
Yes.
They're playing some good basketball
Yeah.
right now, Marquette Catholic. All right, how about the final top 10 of the season? Oh. What do you think?
There were a number of teams that I was looking at. In
Barely
the top
hanging
10.
in.
The Valpang's in there. Munster, Calumet. What a great,
Kudos.
won their sectional. This is, I think, the first time since Carl Treikoff was on the bench there.
And how about
Kudos to
LC?
them. And they really surprised me. I didn't pick LC. I thought Munster was going to win that. And
LC was like Andrean. They were giving no indication recently
Right.
that they were going to win a sectional.
that's right. And then you've got Maryville played very well in their sectional, but came up a little short. 21st Century really impressed me.
Yeah.
You know, and
They're
Hammond
playing-
impressed me this year.
They're playing 21st Century playing their best ball right now at the
Right.
right time, and they're going to need to if they have a matchup with Fort Wayne Blackhawk on Saturday night.
You know, guys, if you go back to the Little Five, that looked like the annihilation list for 21st century. Because they really just hurt teams over the weekend, this past weekend.
Yeah.
And
Yelling
then-
at the right time is a big thing.
Yes, that's right. And then number one team in the area this week, and at the end of our poll is Valparaiso winning that sectional, moving on.
Yeah, Hammond sectional champs, Valpo sectional champs, so great weekend for all those teams. All right, how about some players of the week, and I think year as well?
Yep. Hey, with the players of the week, you've got to go with Brandon Newman there, but just outstanding against Maryville. DeAndre Golson right there for 21st. Devon Davis from Calumet, and 26 in their win against Twin Lakes. And then your guy, Colin Kenny.
Colin Kenny is a stud.
From
Yeah.
Marquette.
Showing us the right hand, the left hand, the jumper.
That's right. Melvin Cunningham from 21st. And really somebody we haven't talked
No.
about much at
So,
all.
I think he hit 7 threes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, Morgan, I was at the game Friday night. Morgan Township hadn't heard him either.
Yeah.
He was getting plenty of room.
Jake Davis from Lake Central, a surprise, and helped Lake Central win their sectional at Lake Central, the first one at Lake Central.
And gentlemen, we talk about Golston. Don't forget, 2 years ago, he was a teammate of the German kid
Yes.
who led the state in
Yes.
scoring.
Right.
We didn't realize how
That's-
good Golston would be once
That's
German.
Eugene German,
Eugene,
not just
not
a
David.
German.
I don't think he was German.
Oh, you're sure?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You do that ancestry.
Hey, David, give us a call. That's his dad. Give us a call.
We've
Let
got
us
some
know.
players of the week, yes. And, players of the week, Brandon. We've got to go with Brandon Newman.
Yeah.
What an
Players of the year.
outstanding year he's had. And DeAndre Golston has just carried 21st Century.
I think so.
And amazingly, Brandon Newman and DeAndre Golson both were number 2 and 3 in scoring in the area, and 5 and 6 in rebounding. So they had quite a season.
Yeah, double doubles are something frequent for them.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then coaches, Barack Kuhlman from Valpo, great season for him, winning that sectional. But I really like Larry Moore Jr. from Hammond. We haven't talked much about Hammond because maybe they don't play the Duneland Conference schedule. He has done an outstanding job of getting his kids to win the sectional, move on into the regional.
And good to see that happen because his dad was a pretty darn good basketball player.
Yes,
and
he
a
was.
classy guy, too. So congratulations to the Moore family. It's got to be a good time for them these days.
Well, it's great to see Hammond and Calumet winning a section.
Yep,
Yeah.
I
It
agree with
is,
you.
For their sake, because they've had some great basketball teams over the years, and now they're back getting a trophy. I think it's outstanding to see them. Even though Hammond, I think, does have open enrollment, it's still great to see them winning a section.
Let's
Sorry, I had to
go
get off a little tangent there. Okay, let's get
to
ready.
Wayne's World?
Get ready for Wayne's World.
Joe Arredondo comments.
All right,
Sorry.
so we start off with Michigan City for the regional here.
Calumet might also have open enrollment.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But let's start off with that. I like Valparaiso over Elkhart Memorial. Riley undefeated over Lake Central. But I'm going to pick Valparaiso over Riley.
Is that
Even
the
though
home
Riley
court
is
discount?
undefeated.
The
Huh?
home team discount?
That's a home team
Okay, there you go.
discount.
Just
That's
checking.
it.
Okay.
Even, is it Demaze Anderson, the young man from Riley who's going to IU?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're undefeated, Riley.
All right, moving on. We go to
He just went right
LaPorte.
past that.
This is 3A. Hammond's going to beat Culver, even though Culver Academy has a very good team. I like West Lafayette, unfortunately, over Calumet. I would love to see Calumet get this one, but West
Yeah.
Lafayette plays in a good conference. And I'm going to take Hammond in that one.
Yeah, I would love to see a
I'm gonna
Hammond
take
Calumet
Hammond.
matchup. That would be great.
At North Newton, or North
Judson.
Judson, I'm sorry. I like Marquette over Andrean.
That'll be a
even
nice
though-
rematch.
Yeah, that will be. Westview over Canterbury, and I like Westview to win that tournament.
Dude, to beat
Westview
Marquette,
is
huh?
very good. Yeah,
Oh,
Westview
okay.
is very good.
Gotcha.
21st is going to take Elkhart Christian. Covenant Christian is going to take upset Blackhawk. Blackhawk
I like your
tough.
thinking there.
But I like 21st to win this one. I know it's only by, 6 there, Joe, but I still picked them to
I'll
win
take
this
it.
one.
Well, the big thing there for 21st Century is they play the early game. I think that
Yep.
can help
Yeah.
them. All right, we are wrapping it up. Thanks, everybody, for watching Prep Sports Report on Lakeshore PBS.
Thank you for all our cameramen and production crews and
There you
everybody
go.
that helped.
And thanks to the athletes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
From safer communities to admirable performances, we power Northern Indiana, so you can do what moves you.